we are going to invite a special guest to answer our all queries today regarding a skincare routine. So, our special guest would be Dr. Shanmuga Priya, and she's a dermatologist from our prestigious Devdas Hospital, and she's going to solve our queries and provide us tips for our skincare routine in winter. So, let us invite her. Hello, ma'am. A very good morning.
Hello, good morning.
How are you, doctor?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah. So, doctor, with an immense pleasure, I invite you to our live today. So, today we are going to discuss about a good skincare routine in winter season. So, I would like to start a session with our first question regarding the skincare routine. How this cold weather affects our skin, and what are the common conditions that get aggravated in winter season?
Yeah, so cold weather, we have to look at few things. So cold weather affecting our skin is not uniform in all places. So it also depends not just on the temperature, but also on the humidity of the area, because that plays a major role in how the hydration of skin will be. So coming to our country, like we have varying humidity, but generally we tend to have higher humidity compared to a cold weather in a foreign country. So we do have some moisture in the air. So we need to just preserve that, and we have to use good hydrating moisturizers. So when the humidity starts to drop, that is when the air becomes very dry, the skin dryness also proportionally increases a lot. So that time, we have to select a moisturizer so that it avoids certain ingredients which certain moisturizers act by pulling out water from inside the skin to hide skin. So that kind of moisturizer we have to avoid in low humidity conditions. In high humidity, you can go for your regular moisturizer, but make sure it is more thicker and creamy, and it has some agents to seal your skin. So, and there are some conditions which get aggravated in winter season, especially skin allergies, eczemas, all kind of atopic dermatitis which children get especially. So this kind of conditions aggravate during winter because there is an underlying skin barrier defect which gets increased during winter season. And in addition, other some skin conditions like psoriasis also can increase during winter months.
And doctor, should I change my winter care skincare routine? And just could you please provide me three tips? As you said, the eczema could flare up during winter season. So how can we prevent this eczema?
So any skincare routine, as we have discussed in previous our live sessions, like any skincare routine, the basic routine would always be a moisturizer and a sunscreen in the morning. So that is a must even in winter. So that should continue in winter too. So, but the type of moisturizer we select may change a bit. And sometimes we need to select a thicker moisturizer for body compared to face, because sometimes face may not, the thicker moisturizer which we might need during winter season may not be suitable for your facial skin, especially if you are in the acne prone age group from about 13 years to 30. If you're in that age group, if you have oily skin, then you can go for separate moisturizer for face and then for body. Coming to body moisturizers, if you're prone to dry skin, then it is preferable to choose a moisturizer which contains certain ingredients like ceramides, hyaluronic acid, and some nut butters. So this kind of butters, what they do is they just seal the damaged barrier, whereas ceramides are something which are fats which are actually present in our natural skin barrier. So if you select a moisturizer with that, there is also some barrier repair happening. In addition to just hydration, there is repair of the damaged skin. So we can choose a moisturizer like that. Ceramide containing moisturizer also available for face. It is the formulation is slightly more lightweight, and then sunscreen is a must. So even in winter, even if it's raining, even if it's very cloudy, an SPF protection is must, because the UV rays which we are more concerned about stays the same both during winter and summer. And in winter we tend to actually be outdoors more because of the cold weather. So we definitely need a sunscreen. And other some minor changes in your skincare routine, like exfoliation, especially. So that should be more gentler, and facial cleansing should also be gentle.
Okay, ma'am. So it was quite informative, doctor. So actually, we get skin allergies during winter season. So how we have to treat our skin allergies?
That's what the basic routine starts with the moisturizer. A good time to apply moisturizer would be immediately after taking your bath. So when your skin is slightly moist, slightly damp, not wet, but slightly damp, that time you have to use your moisturizer to seal the moisture. And even during selection of cleansers like soaps should be more of an acidic pH balanced soap to prevent loss of hydration and aggravation of all these allergies. Then you can avoid certain activities, and you can where you will be more exposed to dust and allergies. Then and also while cleaning your house, then I prefer using wet mopping instead of a dry cleaning, because it increases the uh, aerosolization of the allergens, like it gets again and again exposed to your skin.
Okay, thank you, doctor. And actually, in winter season, predominantly people would get white patches in our skin. So how can we avoid that white patches?
White patches is because of dryness, and sometimes it is one of the mildest form of eczema. So when it becomes more inflamed, we get an itchy red skin, or an eczematous patch. Some of the mildest form of that is just getting a white patch. This is very common, especially in children, on face. So they get this white patches on their cheeks. So this is because of some barrier defect happening during winter months. So the first step would be to use a moisturizer and a more gentler soap.
No, okay. And doctor, can I use the same moisturizer a year around? Or else I have to change to a other moisturizer, a heavier one in especially in winter.
Yeah, during summers, you can go for regular lightweight moisturizers, or your conventional moisturizers may help if you're not especially very allergic, or having some skin issues which need a prescription moisturizer. But in winter, we have to select as I said, a moisturizer containing barrier repair agents like ceramides, and also some hyaluronic acid, or some emollients. And sometimes we have to avoid moisturizers containing urea, lactic acid, especially on the body, because sometimes this helps, this hydrates your skin by pulling out water from inside. So certain some humectant based moisturizers like glycerol, which you can slightly decrease and go for more hydrating moisturizer. And formulation, if you are used to lotions and still you find your skin dry, you can switch to a cream based formulation.
Okay, okay, doctor. And actually, exfoliating our skin is an important. So, how can I exfoliate my skin during winter? Because we feel even to take a bath in winter, it's a very great task for us. So, how we have to exfoliate our skin during winter season, especially?
So when sometimes we find that when we wash our face, the skin is still flaky. So people are tempted to exfoliate that flakes, that scales or the dry flakes or patches in your skin. So everyone is tempted to exfoliate that, but that needs more of a barrier repair and hydration rather than exfoliation. So your regular exfoliating agents containing glycolic salicylic acid may be very harsh during winter, because it can aggravate that flaking even more. Even though at that time it can shed off that flakes, more flakes will continue to form, and also you'll have some irritation and redness after that if you continue your regular exfoliation regime. So if you find your skin to be flaky, instead of stepping up your exfoliation, you have to step it down and use a moisturizer. And then exfoliation with your regular exfoliant should be limited to once per week. Otherwise, you have to switch to an exfoliant containing lactic acid, gluconolactone. So these are gentler exfoliants. So it's why? Because they also hydrate the skin slightly when exfoliating the flakes. So you can switch to ingredients like that, and definitely avoid physical forms of exfoliation.
Okay, okay, doctor. And actually, we have a common question. that why we need to use sunscreen in winter. As the name says, sunscreen, so it is going to protect sun rays. It form like a screen to our skins, and it is going to protect us from UV rays. So it is in winter. So the sun rays would not be heavier than in summer season. So why I need to take a sunscreen in regular basis?
Yeah, that's what, because so sun exposure, actually sunscreen use should be more if you are living in a like a very cold weathers in hill stations or snow, because the UV rays are amplified there. And even in regular places, the sunscreen use should continue year round, because only the visible rays, the rays and the infrared rays which produce the heat and the sensation we feel as heat, that sometimes get reduced because of the cloud cover in winter. But the UV rays almost says the same. Even with a dense cloud cover, like you have like a very dense cloudy day with very it's already bit dark, but still then only 50% of UV rays gets filtered with the densest cloud cover. Still we do get UV rays, and in case of light cloud and light cold weather, we continue to get a full dose of UV rays. So we have to use a sunscreen which protects against UVA and UVB rays.
Okay, okay, doctor. And actually, this is my personal question. So, I'm like there are people with a flat complexion and dark complexion too. So, does it mean that I'm in dark complexion? So, I need a little. I can use a sunscreen with a less SPF rather than going for above 50 or like that. So, does it depends? The SPF depends on different skin types or on different grades of complexion.
uh, but SPF, the like the with the complexion change, the thing is, the people with the dark complexion take longer time to develop a burn type of reaction or a tan, because their melanin forms a cover there. But that even though it kind of filters some amount of UV rays, in that process, the melanin production gets stimulated more. So you will, if the dark person starts to stray out in the sun directly, their melanin gives them some protection against the damaging UV rays that is there. But in that process, their more melanin production will be induced, because then they will produce even more melanin, and the tanning and pigmentation will become even more. So that might filter you from some UV rays, but you will have more uneven skin tone and more pigmentation. And even then, the UV rays filter is not complete. It is more than what a fair skin will filter. But still, you will have some UV ray penetration through that. So you can get the damage from UV rays, even though it is less compared to the fair skin. That's why the people with darker complexion, the signs of photo aging, that is sun-related aging, develops later. But then the other part, the pigmentation or uneven skin tone, that can happen very quickly.
Oh, thank you for the information, doctor. And as I asked before, that can I use the same sunscreen year long? As the In the same way, can I use the cleanser, the same cleanser which I use in the other seasons? So, or else I have to go for a more hydrating cleanser one in winter.
So for me, my personal advice for anyone would be, even in one day, even any whatever the season, even in the same day, I like switching cleansers from AM to PM. So like one time you use a deep cleanser with an exfoliant like salicylic acid or glycolic acid. The same day when you're cleansing next time, I prefer using a more hydrating cleanser. And the same day at night, I prefer using another biphasic cleanser or a non-soap, so completely soap-free cleanser, which just has some lipid. There will be not be any foam. You just put it on your skin and then wash it off. So I, in the same day, I personally use three cleansers. So like that, in with season, definitely you should change your cleansers. So as I said, exfoliating cleansers, you have to come somewhat decrease its use, and you can go for a more soap-free cleansers each day. One cleansing can be done with at least a soap-free cleansers.
Okay. And doctor, how can we get rid of the dry and chapped lips during winter?
So lip chapping, definitely we can use a hydrating lip balm containing shea butter, avocado butter. We have this butters, and then also other hyaluronic acid and ceramides. And some lip balms also come with slightly SPF protection too, so that can also be helpful. But the frequency, that is important, because even if you use a good lip balm, you have to use it at least 3 to 4 times a day to have the hydrated lips. And a more thick uh, a lip balm we can use at night. And avoid licking your lips, because that increases the chapping a lot.
No, okay, doctor. And doctor, we have itching, especially in winter season because our skin goes dry. So, what's the reason for itching? Is it only for dryness, or there is any other reason we get frequently itching our skin, the area which is more exposed to dryness?
Yeah, so dryness, dry skin is just a sign of damaged skin barrier. So when the skin barrier is damaged, there is all kind of some chemical changes occurring beneath the skin, which stimulates itchy sensation, because we have all kind of cellular things happening inside to repair that barrier damage. That itself stimulates itch. And then when we use more as alkaline soaps cleansing, that dries out the skin more and the itching is more. And another thing, with damaged barrier, even if we are normally not allergic to many things, with the dry skin and the damaged skin barrier, you can become allergic to certain dust and certain pollutants, because they can penetrate very easily through damaged skin. So that can also increase your chance of allergies, even if you're not an allergic prone person. But if you are a person who tends to develop eczema, then the flares can be more. So these are some of the reasons for developing itching. So the first step would be definitely hydration.
Okay. And doctor, as you said, we need to cleanse our body, our skin especially. So, what is the main role of the hydration in for a good skin in winter?
Hydration is, I mean, you're asking about internal hydration.
Yeah, so why it is important to hydrate in winter season too? Because it is already chill climate, and we are not going to drain out as much because in summer season we sweat a lot, so we are going to be getting dehydrated a lot of times. But in winter, it's a chill climate. Then our skin won't be that much hydrated when compared to summer. So why it is so important to hydrate in winter?
Because all the time, even if you're not visibly sweating, we are still losing water from our skin. There is a type of water loss called insensible water loss, that which we will not feel. So we do not see it as droplets on your skin, but still you are losing water. And when the skin is dry and damaged, we can lose even more water. But that is not something which we can perceive like a sweat. So still, the body needs regular water intake, at least a minimum of 2 liters and more than that. So that should be there. And in addition to hydrating your skin, you should also consume foods which are rich in essential fats, because that actually hydrates your skin more. So essential fats containing foods like nuts, seeds, and egg. So this kind of foods like avocado, butterfruit. So this full fats can heal your skin more. So you have to opt for this kind of. In addition to water, you can also go for essential fats in your foods, which can decrease dryness.
Oh, okay, doctor. And for those who has dry skin and acne, how can we address these two in winter season, doctor?
So acne per se, many people believe that since they have very oily skin, they do not need a moisturizer. But irrespective of your season, even if you have an acne prone oily skin, still you should use moisturizers, because there are many studies which have been done, and there is strong evidence showing that even acne, like eczema and an allergy, acne, the basic pathogenesis, like the starting point of acne, involves some amount of barrier damage to the skin. So moisturizers can also help in your acne therapy irrespective of the season. So in winter season, that becomes more important, because your skin itself becomes dry in some areas. Even though you can have an oily skin in the center of your face, the sides of cheeks and the forehead tends to become dry. So you have to use a moisturizer. And also, many people on treatment with acne, they are prescribed products like containing retinoids, benzoyl peroxide. So these are drying molecules, even though they help very much in controlling pimples. The molecules can make dry out your skin. So when you are using these kind of products and also some products containing salicylic AHA, BHA products, then we have to definitely go for a moisturizer to heal your skin because a damaged barrier can produce more acne flares.
Okay, okay, doctor. And actually, can the home remedies provide a good result in skincare? So, because many they say they used to take a oil massage before a bath, so it doesn't cause any dryness. And there are many home products ingredients we use for even for our facial, because why have to go for cosmetics when I have home remedies available? So people choose home remedies to take care of our skin. So can the really the home remedies can provide a good skin or a good skin routine for us in winter?
Yes, definitely. You can use home remedies, but the home remedies, I always stress that what you put inside is more important than what you put outside on your skin. So that reaches your skin better. So if you have a strong diet and lifestyle, that helps your skin more than anything else. And then coming to remedies which you use on your skin, you can always use gentler remedies like aloe vera gel, oil massage, even for the scalp or for the body is definitely beneficial. Both the oil and the massaging uh, process itself can stimulate hair, can heal your skin. But the type of oil generally limit to some sunflower or coconut oil. And then don't go for more herb infused oils for body because when you have dry skin, some might irritate your skin. So go for plain oils. And if you are using some extracts, so I find many people using tea tree oil, this kind of lavender oil in that. So definitely when you're using this kind of oils, dilute it in a carrier oil because I find many people using it directly on their skin. So you have to use the very minimal amount in a lot of carrier oil. So that way, if it suits you, you can use. And gentle exfoliation with papaya, that like that you can do at home. But acidic things like lemon or like this kind of things which we tell them to avoid, please you don't use directly acidic foods like tomatoes, lemons on your face.
Yeah.
That should be avoided.
Okay, okay, doctor. And as you said, intake rather than going for any applying the home remedy ingredients, as you said, to intake a lot of veggies and which
Yes.
are good for health. It's not my cup of tea, but though I will try because only I love only few vegetables. So yeah. And doctor, does the clothing contributes to our good skincare in winter?
Yeah, when people are prone for eczema patients, we ask them to avoid wool-based clothes, even though it gives us that warmth, that can actually irritate skin. So we ask them to go for a more thicker, but cotton-based cloth. So that's that. If in our part of the thing, we can manage with a good cotton and synthetic mixed cloth because when we go for more thicker cloths in our places, even with the very cold weather, we still sweat sometimes. So that can irritate your skin when it gets occluded inside your clothing. So
Yeah, thank you, doctor. And I would like to just get a few tips regarding, does the people with a sensitive skin need a special consideration in winter for their skin care?
sensitive skin year round, they have to be more careful in choosing their skincare regime. Moisturizer sunscreens are must. Even with that, moisturizers they have to go for fragrance-free formulations free from additives, because there are some moisturizers which contain additive plant extracts to give a better aesthetic feel. so that they can avoid. They can go for fragrance-free plain moisturizers, moisturizer based on ceramides, oat-based moisturizers. They can go sensitive skin because oatmeal in moisturizers adjust the moisturizer's pH to an acidic level. So that is what we need. We need a moisturizer with an acidic pH. So that they can use. And when they are selecting a sunscreen, they can go for more of a physical sunscreen, like a mineral based sunscreen instead of a chemical filter based sunscreen. Definitely avoid exfoliation. Hydration is more important. And then when also choosing skincare products, avoid products which contain irritant substances.
Okay, thank you, doctor. And just moving on to my last question. So, the how can I prevent the redness and inflammation which is caused when we are exposed to the extreme cold weather?
So redness and inflammation are signs that your skin has progressed from a mild barrier defect to an inflammatory phase. So at this stage, it is better. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, yes, yes, doctor, I can hear you.
So at this stage, you have progressed from the just barrier repair to an inflammatory phase. So you might need something more than just barrier creams and moisturizers. So you might need anti-inflammatory creams for a time being. So at this stage, please do not try any home-based remedies because they can irritate your skin more. And go to a dermatologist to select some good skin healing products. Then you can go when the skin is back to normal. You can go to your regular skincare routine.
Okay. Okay, and thank you so much, Doctor, for joining us live today and providing solutions for all the queries we had regarding how to manage our skin in winter season and what are the things we have to consider, especially in winter because we need a special care. It's because it's a change of season, and it was very, very informative, Doctor. And thank you so much for joining the live today.
Yeah, thank you. Hope it was
Yeah.
useful.
Yeah. Have a great day, doctor.
Yeah.
So, guys, so I hope so. This live it was very informative today, and I thank Cureka for providing a platform where we have discussed our queries in detail with our special guest today. And in Cureka, you can visit our website too. We have products related to our skincare and for our wellness. So, thank you everyone, and have a great day.